Hi there, Christy and Alonso here at What the Flick. It's a early review for you of a movie coming out this week, a little indie called Never Goin Back, and Alonso will tell you about it.
So Maia Mitchell and Camila Morrone star as teen girls who are best friends, and they live together in half the house that they share with the brother of one of them. And they have a dream of going off to Galveston to spend a week at the beach to celebrate the 17th birthday. But to do so would mean having to work a lot of shifts in their waitressing gig, and lots of things stand in the way of that happening, mostly their own stupidity. Take a look.
The city's gonna come down on you.
Wait, the city's gonna come on us?
Well, look at this.
If we want to go to the beach, we're going to the beach.
You're not hitting up our dog's party?
We have to see Roger sober.
Ladies, be here in the morning.
We don't have to get f***ed up. We can just like hang for a minute and say hey.
Is this seriously how you're coming to work? Y'all are high as
She knows. Dude, how did she know?
I'm actually amazed we could show you a trailer at all, because as you see,
it's the red band.
every other word is bleeped out.
Maia Mitchell, Camila Morrone, if I get that
Yes,
wrong, sorry.
okay.
I was quite charmed by them. The Robert Abley reviewed this for The Wrap, and he managed to cite both Romy and Michelle and Thelma Todd and Zazu Pitts.
Oh.
It's like there's just a really fun comic duo, these two. And yeah, the scrapes that they get into are of their own creating, in that sort of 17-year-old not having the long game in mind, and your nutty circumstances. But I don't know, I was kind of charmed by them.
This is written and directed by Augustine Frizzell, who is the granddaughter of country singer Lefty Frizzell and the wife of David Lowery, and she's worked on a lot of his stuff with him. She was in A Ghost Story, if you guys saw A Ghost Story. This is her feature filmmaking debut. And yeah, there's a lot of generosity and a lot of charity toward these characters. It'd be really easy to make fun of them because they constantly get in their own way. They're high school dropouts. They don't have a lot going on. They don't have a lot of ambition.
It's Poor Life Choices, the movie.
No, it really is. But you mentioned Romy and Michelle. They are kind of like a screw-up version of Romy and Michelle. But this also reminded me of a movie called Fort Tilden, which came out a few years back, which was also about these two friends who are kind of screw-ups, who are kind of selfish, and who try to go on a trip to the beach, and it doesn't quite work out the way they expect that it will. Yeah, these two actresses have really lovely chemistry with each other, and within their like pre-designed boxes, there are glimmers of unexpected personality bursts that are surprising. So the Maia Mitchell character is the crazy wild card who will always do and say the wrong thing, who has like zero impulse control, who will confront somebody at the grocery store when it would be much easier to just walk away, And then Camila Morrone is the one who kind of tries to keep him on track, but
is easily swayed.
Yeah, no, and I mean, and again, and they're 17, and we don't know a whole lot about how it is that they got to the situation where they are sharing a bed in a really rundown house in Fort Worth, Texas. Is
it Fort Worth?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd read suburban Dallas. I wasn't sure where exactly.
Fort Worth is its own city.
I know. I would never equate the two.
But at one point they take a bus and it says like Fort Worth Transit Authority on it or something like that.
Nice.
So I'm surmising that they live in Fort Worth or maybe Weatherford.
Or where's the stadium? Arlington.
Arlington, yes. It's all Irving. Irving is where,
not Irvine.
Right.
Irving.
And so it definitely captures like bleak small town Texas with just like nondescript little diners and mini malls, and just the sense of like nothing going on, the sense of just like
being trapped.
No ambition, no prospects, and you can feel it in the air, like in the steaminess of the humidity of the air.
Even though at the same time, like and in another movie that would be the whole thing, like in a more sort of traditionally independent Spirit Award jockeying movie, it would be the oppression of Texas and the humidity in the small town.
It's a metaphor.
But here it's just sort of the underlying thing of this nutty screwball comedy of these two girls just like making the wrong decision constantly and getting into trouble and like digging themselves further into this hole of trying to make this trip happen. And the high scene is so great. Like we've seen we've seen it in so many movies, and this one, they sell it so well, and the movie just like kind of holds these shots of them where they're just like barely moving, and then they pancakes. It's really. Ms. Frizzell has already signed on to do a sort of stoner Home Alone with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh.
I want to see that movie.
Yeah. So wait. So is he the one who's home alone, or is he the one who gets into all the mishaps?
No, he's the one. I think he's the one who's home alone, and he's like super baked.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. This also reminded me of like a female version of Dude, Where's My Car?
Yes.
I mean, not as zippy or zany.
Yes.
This is much more understated and low key. But in that, there are these two lovable characters, and no matter what, you really feel the love between them.
Yeah,
you
their
really
friendship
feel
is
the
never in
connection.
question.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they do kind of suggest that there is more to it. And they also suggest that the fluidity of that is fine.
Yes, like these are girls who make out with each other, but not just to impress guys, and not because they necessarily would ever identify as lesbians, but that's just their kind of close bond, which is very titillating to their housemate, played by Kyle Mooney from Saturday Night Live.
And from Brigsby Bear.
Yes.
Did you see Brigsby Bear?
I did see.
Yes.
It was okay.
Yes. So no, I like that. There's not any judgment of these girls. There's no expectation that they should have a tidy arc, that they should be like okay and redeemed by the end.
And it is unapologetically very frequently like a gross out comedy. Like you see things coming out of all the orifices pretty much. And
and there's a running diarrhea joke. I'm so sorry that I phrased that horribly. I apologize. There's a through line.
Recurring. Well, that's not any better, I guess.
It's a plot point. It's a plot point involving diarrhea. But I guess it all takes place over like what? Just the course of a couple of days?
3 or 4 days, yeah.
Right, and so will they get to the place they dream of? And why? My one tiny quibble is, and I don't need like massively fleshed out backstories, but like, where are their parents?
I kind of like not knowing.
Okay.
I just because I think that if we knew, that would sort of ground them in a way that their escapades might not seem as funny.
Okay.
I think them being these sort of free-floating beings in the universe that don't have parents or a backstory enables the comedy to be more raucous.
Yeah. So they are of a very realistic and modern, recognizable place in the world, but they also like exist in their own.
Yeah.
Wacky universe, yeah. Maia Mitchell, and she's Australian. We were talking about Australian movies in the last segment. She is Australian, which I don't think you would know.
Nope.
And she's super cute, and I love the fact that she's so adorable. She's like this little sweet turned up nose, and she looks so perky and wholesome, but she's the raunchy one of the two.
The guy who plays their boss at the diner, I thought was also very funny.
Oh yeah, who is that?
Marcus.
I don't know. I don't have it pulled up. We'll look it up for you.
You're very funny, sir.
Yeah, no, and unexpected there too, as far as like what you think that character is going to be like, right? This is all of 83 minutes, and I think it might not be able to last much longer than that. So it's probably just fine at that.
Right, yeah, they know where to cut it off.
Yeah, and there are detours. This is not a movie where there's a great driving plot arc, character development, but it's a good hang. It's a good shaggy hang. So I'm saying 7.
7.3. I left the line.
7.2 is our number. It is at
71% on the tomato meter.
71. Yeah. So go check it out. It's fun. Bye.